I got stopped by TSA one time. This was very embarrassing. It's terrible. I got stopped by TSA. They flagged my bag, and the whole time, they asked the questions. Anything sharp? Anything like I should be aware of? I'm like, no. And this time, I was genuinely mystified at what they could, because I didn't pack any merch. I didn't pack, I literally just had clothes in there. I think even my toothbrush and stuff was in my backpack, not my suitcase. And so I was like, no, I'm like curious with them. And then sometimes when you get stopped, you can see the screen, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes they're very secretive, and they press the screen. I didn't know it was a touch screen. Press the screen. And they go in the bag, and this time I could actually see the screen. And so I saw something I didn't even recognize, and he turns the screen to me even more, and he's like, "Are those brass knuckles?" And I was like, "Sir, I don't own brass knuckles." And he's like, "Then what am I looking at here? Like, what is this?" And now I'm freaking out a little bit, because this is like the most someone's really interrogated me at TSA. And I'm like, if it's in the bag, it's yours. You can't just be like, "Oh, it's not my gun." You know what I mean? If it's in the bag, it's yours. And so now in my head, I'm like, ooh, I wonder if I bumped into somebody in security, and then they Ocean's 11 put some brass knuckles in my bag or something. I don't know what's going on. Somebody's trying to jam me up. I'm glad I didn't panic. There was a part of me, look. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm pretty soft. So as soon as they had 3 questions for me, I was like, I didn't do it. And so then he opens my bag, flips the bag open, and goes right to where he saw the knuckles. And I was devastated. Because they weren't brass knuckles, just like I thought they weren't brass knuckles. But I forgot they were in my bag. They were toe spreaders.
So it did happen today. We lost Spirit Airlines. Man, this is very bad. This is just so you know, look, we made a lot of fun of Spirit Airlines, and a lot of it was warranted. I'm gonna do it tonight. But you should also be very aware that if people always love to play recession indicator. People are always like, oh, the price of cookies is up. That's a recession indicator. Or, oh, people aren't buying tickets to as many baseball games. That's a recession indicator. I'm not an economist, but I think a whole airline shutting down might be a recession indicator. This is very bad. They closed. Okay, so Spirit closed at 3 a.m. this morning. Everyone who I know has quit a job. Nobody I know has had their job quit at 3 a.m. It's just 3 in the morning and your job call you like, I'm not coming in today, so. That's what, so basically they shut down all the operations effective immediately. And when they said immediately, they meant immediately means while you're still in the air and you're landed. I'm thankful everything landed immediately, right? They shut down immediately. And the thing that's heartbreaking about this is that Spirit Airlines did have a lot of fairness to it. We live in a world where there's an expectation around decorum. right? There's an expectation socially about what you can and cannot do based on the optics. And Spirit never cared about any of that. I'm sure some of them found out in the air. That's gotta be terrible. Like, it's one thing to find out you don't work where you work anymore. But to find out in the air has to be different. Because here's the thing, if you work for like a trucking company and they did you dirty, they went ahead and said, hey, we've dissolved as a company effective immediately. This isn't even a company. You won't even get paid your hourly rate. We'll pay you for the hour that we were still operating, but now into the future, you could just get out of the truck and be like, go find your own inventory then. If you... But it's a play. Like you at least, if I was Spirit, I would tell specifically air traffic control not to tell them anything until they landed. You know what I mean? Like, imagine, because you can hear some of the like correspondence between air traffic control and some of the pilots even now. People landed, and air traffic control is like, sorry about what happened to you guys. And then you hear the pilot be like, what? No, it's not. It wouldn't be fair to put that on air traffic control. Their job is already hard enough. They would definitely let it slip. They got too many things to worry about.
And finally, I grab it, and it fully wiggles out of my hand, right? And so then, I don't know why I did this. I grabbed it again, and it just felt so uncomfortable that it was still wiggling so hard that I threw the fish and the fishing rod. Now, I did throw it on land. I don't want you to think I just threw it back in the water and lost two things. No. I did throw it on the ground far away from me just so I had time to gather myself. And I still saw this fish like bouncing off it's like full of life. And he's like, you have to grab it, you know, this is part of fishing. And I was like, no one talked about this part of fishing at all. They said it was peaceful. And I didn't know how to stop a fish that was, you know, still so alive. And so he kept telling me to grab it, but I was like, I've grabbed it. That doesn't deter it at all. It still very much wants to keep moving, and I don't know what to do. And so I run up, and he's like, grab it. And in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, this is what he wanted me to do. He wanted me to grab it. He was going to take the hook out. He was going to put it in the cooler, right? And it would just be ready to take home. I didn't know any of that because we hadn't discussed any of it, because maybe he also didn't think I'd catch a fish today. And so in my mind, I'm on my own. I know I have a mentor there. I know I have somebody who fishes, who knows what they're doing, that I don't even believe for some reason. But I just ran up, and I don't even know where it came from, but I ran up, I grabbed it, and I punched the fish as hard as I could. Because I thought I needed to knock it out. Like, I thought... Because it's flopping and everything, and I've grabbed it already. I've grabbed it several times. But grab it isn't stopping it. So I run up, I grab the fish. And it stopped moving. And I threw up immediately. I threw up, and I was sitting there. And I was like, I killed him.